Hey everybody, Steven here, and today I am showcasing the Cystereo Lava noise canceling wireless headset here. So the company reached out to me, sent this over. I've used another brand before, and my son actually uses that now, and I believe it was the Vankyo ones. And my complaint with it, because everything was really good with it, but the earmuffs were a little bit small. Luckily, these are a little bit bigger. I do wish they were just a hair bigger, but with the Vankyo ones, it would actually sit on top of my ear, and this one doesn't. It actually cups my ear, but just the size up would be nice. I'm not a big guy. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. I don't think I have an overly large head or big ears, but with this, everything else with this is phenomenal. So I'm going to get into the specs here. I do want to showcase what it comes with. So this is the box, and then inside of that box you'll get the carrying case. Obviously you get the headset. You're going to get your, and it has multiple languages, but it's quite large because of that. You have your user manual. We have our USB Type-C charging cable, and then you will get a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So with this came in handy for what I'm going to talk about in a little bit in regards to games. But let's go ahead and cover the specs with this. And we'll look at the back here. So obviously active noise cancellation, and then it also has transparency mode with this. So you can turn the noise cancellation or transparency mode off, so it's just kind of normal audio. Then you can do noise cancellation, and then with transparency mode, which I believe it calls ambient mode, is going to let outside audio in with this. So for anybody, for instance, you're walking down the street and you need to hear your surroundings, cars, things like that, this will actually let some of that in so you can hear what's going on around you. It has a YAMAHA digital audio processing system. It has 40 millimeter drivers for high-res sound. You can charge this for 10 minutes and then get 8 hours of listening time. That's crazy to me. It has more than 2 days of playtime. So with this, and this will be on the Amazon listing here, it'll say with active noise cancellation on, you'll get about 40 hours of playtime with this. With it off, you'll get about 60 hours. So really good playback time with this. It has customized equalization adjustment. So bass up, bass down, and normal. So doing bass down, you really will hear the treble kind of go up with that. So if you're listening to podcasts or anything like that where you do want to focus more on the voice, maybe even phone calls, that's something that works really well with that. Bass up if you're just listening to music or maybe a game that you want that increased, and then you have normal. You can hear the difference between each of those, and it does let you know when you're doing that what's going on. So it'll say bass up, bass down, normal, active noise cancellation on, ambient on, things like that. And then we have CVC 8.0 technology. This does have 5 mics on it, and then we have the ergonomic and water resistant design. I mentioned everything that this actually comes with. Looking at the listing here on Amazon, this is $79.99 with a $10 off coupon right now. That may change. Maybe it's 10% off in the future or 20% off. These always fluctuate with any of these products. So with this, it has the Qualcomm 3034 chipset with it. Let me get this over here. I mentioned the playback time with this. I think it lists a little bit more. I didn't see anything on water resistance or anything like that with this listing. I couldn't find anything like that. I'm assuming it's probably going to be sweat resistant, right? I'm assuming the company is like, hey, people probably work out with these, which I actually did a workout. I'll talk about that here in a second. Obviously not completely water resistant, so you're not going to go swimming or anything with these. Don't go out in the rain with these. But yeah, if you're doing a workout, it should be fine. It does have Bluetooth 5.0 as well. The 5 mics with this and the CVC, the call quality is good. It does still sound like the same thing with the wireless earbuds. There's a little bit of a distance, so you can tell somebody's on something. The audio is clear and all of that, but it does just sound a little different compared to if I was holding a phone up to my ear or if I had a mic that was directly in front of my mouth. So it's good. It's just you're still going to notice that a little bit with it. But this would be suitable, especially if you're doing, maybe you want to do Zoom meetings off your phone or anything like that. This has the microphone, so it will work good for that. It has aptX, and it does do that. So aptX, HD, SBC, and AAC audio codecs are supported with this, if anybody was wondering. And then it has full range frequencies from heavy low beats to soaring vocals up to 40 kilohertz with this. And then I think that's it. We do have these where they will fold in. So if you wanted to fold those in, right, for compact storage, you can fold them this way. They won't go the other way, they'll fold this way. But for anybody that's going to kind of rest them right here, right? We do get a decent amount. They're not the biggest ones, but it's still pretty solid. This would be bigger than my head needs, right? And then it does have a good amount of flex in it as well. So if I'm going to do this before they essentially snap, I don't know who's going to bend them that much, but it does have that. So pretty versatile with this. On the bottom here, on the right hand side, you're going to find your power button, your increased volume up and down. If you hold these two, by the way, I think if you hold down the power button, which you have to hold, and it tells you it's like certain time amounts. I think 3 seconds turns it off. And then if you hold it for 2, though, it'll pause or play a song. With the volume up, if you hold it for 2 seconds, it's going to skip a track. If you hold the volume down for 2 seconds, it's going to go back for the song, right? With the noise cancellation, if you're just clicking them, it's going to cycle through those. If you hold it for a couple seconds, that's where it's going to change the equalization with this. So then you're going to get the bass up, bass down, or normal. Now, on this also, you're going to have your LED indicators. So if you're charging it, you'll have your LED indicator. If it's on, if it's in pairing mode, which paired really quick and easy. I haven't had any problems with any of the Bluetooth items that I've used. But yeah, you turn this one on. I think you hold it down for the longest amount of time, maybe it's 3+ seconds, and then it actually clicks into that. It'll pop up as lava on your Bluetooth on the phone, and then connect it. Everything was easy with that. It does let you know whether or not you're in noise cancellation mode with a green indicator on the LED here. And then on the left side, this is where we have our USB Type-C charging port, and you'll have the light indicator. So if you're charging it up, if it's red, it's charging. If it's green, it's good to go. So I like the overall design. It has a gold ring on the outside here. So don't know why they necessarily went with gold with that. I don't know. It's so small, though. I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with that. If I had a preference, maybe I'd go silver or black, but it's not that big of a deal. So let's talk about music. Music sounded really good. Podcast sounded good. Audio was great. And I've cycled through noise cancellation on, off, and ambient between all of those. You do notice a change in bass with that, obviously. So the quality of the audio is going to change a little bit. Noise cancellation is trying to cancel everything around you. So with that, and it works very well. These are inherently noise canceling because of how they cup the ears, right? But when you turn on that noise cancellation, like, I can't hear anything around me. So I went to the gym, did a workout, and had the music going. Other trainer that trains out of my studio was there, and couldn't even hear him at all talking or doing whatever he was doing with his clients. So very good. If you're in an area where you need to hear people, then you can turn on that ambient noise. I think that's something where if I'm going out, for instance, skateboarding around the neighborhood, like, I need to hear cars around me. I'm not going to turn on the noise cancellation. That's just too risky because I literally won't hear anything. A car's coming or anything like that. Volume gets incredibly loud, so you won't have an issue with that. I talk about the airplane test a lot. This is going to work fine. One, the volume is high enough, but with active noise cancellation, you won't hear any hum from the airplane at all unless you turned it on to ambient noise. Now, when it's on normal, you already get some noise cancellation, but yeah, with it turned on, anything around you, right? So maybe you just want to turn that on, play no music, and just not hear anybody. You do hear like a low, I don't know if it's you hear, it's like you feel pressure in your ear increase. So this has been with every noise cancellation headset, just because I believe they're using audio to kind of block out frequencies. So you're hearing or kind of feeling that pressure of that sound wave hitting your ear, which is trying to block out the sound around you. Ambient is almost like a microphone is turned on inside the headset, or it's like it's opening up, because it doesn't sound clear like if I'm talking right now and just I'm hearing everything around me because there's nothing on my ear. It's almost like it's being funneled through a microphone on the outside of this. So I don't know if it's the 5 mics are picking up audio now and letting them pass through, or how that works, because they don't describe that for you, but that's kind of what it sounds like. So, but going to the gym, it fit on my head. If you're going to do anything crazy or doing plyometric jumps or anything like that, I think for the most part, it'll stay on your head. You start sweating a lot, these may start to slip. But I didn't have a problem with my workout. I did legs, did kind of my basic stuff, and it wasn't an issue. If I'm going to go do anything a little bit more extreme, I'm gonna start doing some parkour, some MoveNat or anything like that, and I'm outside climbing trees and doing some of the other wild stuff that I do that I'm certified in, maybe it might become an issue at that point. But for everybody else, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all with that. Now, games on the phone sounded great. No issues there. Good, vibrant quality with what it's delivering. On the computer, I connected this to the computer via Bluetooth. Worked great. The thing I noticed is any audio, playing YouTube videos, anything like that, I'm fine. I go to play games and it popped up with Red Dead Redemption 2. It gave me an error code twice and then it worked and it was fine. Listened, played around, and it was good. And then I cycled through, of course, active noise cancellation, normal, and all that. And if you want a very immersive experience, and this is just stereo, keep that in mind, it's not 7.0 surround sound, but if I turn this on and I'm playing a game, like, I'm in it, because I can't hear anything around me. Don't hear my computer, kids in the house, they're watching TV, whatever it may be. I don't hear any of that. So it makes it a little bit more immersive, in my opinion. But it worked with that. I boot up Doom, doesn't work. Tried 7 or 8 times. I was like, what is going on? Didn't work. Plugged it in, because it does have an auxiliary headphone jack here, right? And the cord's a little short, but I don't think they're expecting that you're going to be running it from way over there. It's more like the phone's in your pocket, and for that, it'd be fine. And it worked. Tried Red Dead again, gave me the error code. I was like, okay, and then I booted up Halo, same thing. I was like, all right, it has to be plugged in via the auxiliary input to work with games off your computer, but it does work. So the fact that you could double down now, if you wanted to, with this is going to make it pretty versatile. I can use this on my computer with games. You could use it via Bluetooth, but just keep in mind, you're going to have to plug it in for games. Use it with my phones, workouts. You could use it if I'm doing Zoom meetings, calls. There's just a lot this has going for it. So with this, I think the price point is pretty solid for the $80, which is going to be really $70 after the discount with this. Apple just launched their $550 headset. So these are looking a lot more realistic for the price point. And most of these are $50 to $100 for these budget-friendly noise-canceling headsets that I've seen. Unless you start getting into Sony, where it's like 150, 200, 300, or you start getting into Beats by Dre or anything like that. Even like the Rocks, I think his are like $200 or something like that, right? With Under Armour. So I think these are solid. Like I said, everything with them. I would have liked to have seen just a slightly bigger earmuff, but other than that, these fit better than the Vankyo ones that I have. So I'm going to definitely use these for a good while. So that's going to be it for this video, though. If there's anything I didn't cover, maybe there you had another question, let me know in the comment section. I'm not going to do like an official review necessarily for these because I spent some time with it. I'm comfortable enough to say this is a good buy and give it the thumbs up. Now, if I start having problems down the road, maybe I do a follow-up video, but I don't expect that to happen with this. And I've had it now a couple days and been using it, and it's been phenomenal. So that's going to be it for this video, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. I'm going to make sure a link for this is in the description so you guys can find that there. I want to start getting into these a little bit more, maybe trying some other ones that I've had on my list. So maybe we start doing some comparison videos and try and find a handful and see what the differences are with them. So maybe down the road I'll do that. But if you guys want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.